Hello, everybody. Right now, I'd like to talk about the Supreme Court and what they're going to be doing. At the time of recording, they've decided to let the newly redrawn Texas maps be used in next year's election, which means that Texas, according to our last election's data, should pick up 4 to 5 new seats in the next election. Now, why are they doing this? This is actually a really simple, straightforward answer. The plan has been, for a long time, that the Republicans that were actually in the Supreme Court and Appeals Court weren't giving as many victories to the Republican Party. Even though that most of them are Republicans, because Republicans have a huge advantage in the Senate, they didn't perceive that they were getting enough victories. Because some of the Republicans would actually enforce the Voting Rights Act, for example. So they've made a plan, and it's been going on really my whole life, and it looks like it worked. Just put political hacks in there. Just put a bunch of political hacks and ideologues in there that are just going to align with the Republican Party over the country. It's what the conservatives in Hungary did, and the Republican parties are doing that exact same thing. So what has been this plan the whole time? The plan has been the whole time is to do what Viktor Orban's doing in Hungary. Put himself in power and redistrict it in a way that they can't lose elections. They're trying to cement permanent rule for the GOP in the House and in the presidency. And it looks like it's about to happen. So we're going to be going in the direction of Hungary and really Turkey. And it looks like we're going to be just a pseudo-democracy. That is kind of the plan within the right-wing billionaire class. That's what they want. So it looks like they got it. Now here's going to be the problem with it. The problem with it is the GOP can't govern. They add trillions of to the deficit. They're unstable. Businesses don't want to work with the United States. And of course, because of the instability that's caused within the Trump administration, manufacturing doesn't seem like it's something that you should be doing in the United States anymore, with all the tariffs and with all the instability and the high price of the dollar. So what's going to result in this? It's really just going to make him harder to remove, which has been John Roberts, the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court's plan the whole time. Now, if you were to actually bring up any data, any economic data to the MAGA movement, and they'd show you the damage that they're doing, they either don't care or they don't believe it, because this really isn't about economics. This is about just getting your people in there and keeping your people in there. And no, the absolute destruction that they're going to cause is not going to affect them in any way. They don't care. So this is probably one of the more grim videos, but looks like we're going to be going in the direction of Hungary. And with ICE acting the way they are, they're probably going to go to prison if that was a change of an administration. So they're going to be amped up, and they're going to be going harder than they usually do. The GOP is going to be going harder than they usually do. And in my experience, I don't think liberal voters are going to meet the moment and do anything about it. I've never seen them meet the moment in my entire life. So brace yourselves for this one. We are officially going to be a pseudo-democracy within 18 months. And we probably won't get out of it. We can get out of it by showing up and voting them out of power, though the next 2 election cycles, voter turnout in this country is about 40%. And unfortunately, about a third of the country doesn't even know the stuff I'm telling you is going on. So it's kind of a grim one. Maybe the Democrats can respond by gerrymandering too and absolutely turning this into a third world country, at least when it comes to political culture. But things are going to be bad. Brace yourselves. We're no longer a democracy.